Hello students, welcome you all in this video where I am solving science model question paper 4 for the year 2025-26, and in this video I am going to solve 1 mark question from part B chemistry. So let's start with the question. So now we are going to solve with part B, that is chemistry, and in this first we have multiple choice questions. So let's start with this question. So here 4 alternative answers are given to the following questions or incomplete statements. Choose one of the appropriate answer and write the complete answer with its letter of alphabet. So here we have to start with question number 13. The question says, as the pH value of a neutral solution increases. So this is the incomplete sentence which is given. So the sentence is, as the pH value of a neutral solution increases, then we have to choose the correct option from this to complete the sentence. Option A, basic property decreases and number of OH ions increases. Option B, acidic property increases and number of H plus ions increases. Option C, basic property increases and number of OH minus ions increases. And fourth option, acidic property decreases and number of H plus ions increases. Now see here, to see it is very tricky, but it's very simple. What is the answer for this? First, to find out what is neutral solution. What is the pH of neutral solution? So the neutral solution has pH 7. And at this pH, whenever the solution will be neutral, H plus ions and OH minus ions, both the concentration will be equal. Remember this. Whenever the solution is neutral or the pH is 7, H plus ion, OH minus ion concentration both will be equal. Now, when the pH increases, now we are going to increase the pH above 7. So remember, what is the pH scale? 0 to 7 and then to 14. So 0, it is acidic, highly acidic I can say. So I'll write it here, highly acidic. Then 7 is neutral and 14 is highly basic. So this we have to remember. Whenever it is highly basic, OH minus ions are more and H plus ions are less. Remember this. Whenever it is highly acidic, H plus ions are more and OH minus ions are less. This we have to remember. Now see, when the pH increases above 7, see here, when the pH is going to till 14, like 7, 8, 9, 10, like this, if the pH is increasing, the solution becomes more and more basic. Basic is nothing but alkaline. And if it is basic, which ions will increase? OH minus ion should increase. So therefore, in basic solution, the concentration of OH minus ion, that is hydroxide ion, increases and the concentration of H plus ions, that is hydrogen ion, decreases. And according to this, if you see option 7, as the pH value increases, basic property increases, number of OH minus also increases. Therefore, the answer is option C. You have to write the letter of alphabet as well as the option. Remember this according to question. Now the next question is question number 14. The X in the following reaction represent. So here, so the question says the X in the following reaction represents. So this is the reaction which is given, that is CH3, CH2, OH. So here this OH group indicates it is a alcohol. So when alcohol is heated in presence of this X, we are going to get, this is carboxylic acid. So here this is carboxylic acid and this is here alcohol. So alcohol we are going to convert into acid. You can see in the reaction, here there is only one oxygen and here we have two oxygen. You can see here OO, so it is two oxygen. So here this reaction indicates that here we can see oxidation process. We can see oxidation. What is oxidation? Addition of oxygen. So addition of oxygen is done in this reactant and we have got this product. And to do this oxidation, which agent we are using, that we have to write, because oxidation can be done by using oxidizing agents. So here there must be a use of oxidizing agent and that only we have to find out. So here you can see the options. We have so many options in this: K2Cr2O7, KMnO4, NaOH and KOH. The reaction usually involves an oxidation process where a substance like alcohol, alkene or aldehyde, you can take any substance, here there is alcohol, is oxidized to give carboxylic acid. And the oxidizing agent used for this reaction is KMnO4. and therefore the option B, KMnO4, is the correct one. KMnO4 means potassium permanganate. Remember this. So this is the answer for question number 14. Now we'll move with the next. Now we'll start with question number 15. To make pure iron hard and strong, the substance that is to be added to it is. So here the question is, there is a substance, if you want to make pure iron hard and strong, always remember pure iron is soft. So to make this hard and strong, we have to mix some another substance to it, and we have to find out which is that substance. So here we have option carbon, zinc, nickel, and D is tin. So the answer is here carbon. We have to add carbon to this pure iron so that it will become hard and strong. So see the answer. Pure iron is relatively soft and ductile. Ductile means which can be pulled and converted into thin wires. That is called as ductile. So pure iron is always relatively soft and ductile. When small amount of carbon is added to iron, it forms steel. So remember, iron plus carbon will become alloy. It will become a alloy, and that is nothing but which one? It is steel. And steel, if you see, it is hard and strong. So because of this addition of carbon to pure iron, it will increase the properties like hardness, strength, tensile strength, etc. And therefore the correct option is option A, carbon. So write down option A, carbon is the answer for this question. So this is question number 15. Now we'll move with the next question. Now we are going to start with the next section, which is also of 1 mark. So see here, in this section we have to answer 3 questions. Each question carries 1 mark. So total we are going to get 3 marks from this section. So this is not a multiple choice section. It is a theoretical section. We have to answer the question in sentences. So see question number 16. What is rancidity? Answer. Rancidity is the process by which fats and oils become spoiled due to oxidation, producing an unpleasant smell and taste. So see here, as we have seen corrosion, corrosion is nothing but what? Spoiling of metals. Same like that way, if the food is spoiled due to the oxidation, then the process is called as rancidity. Very simple. You maybe have seen, if you keep any food for more days, 3 or 4 days on the table as it is, then due to the room temperature, that food get oxidized and you can see some unpleasant smell and taste from the food, and that process is nothing but called as rancidity. So this is the answer for this question number 16. Now the question number 17, write the structural formula of the compound obtained when one atom of hydrogen in ethane is replaced by CHO group. So very simple. See here, we have to write the structural formula. What do you mean by structural formula? Where we can easily understand the structure of the compound, that is called a structural formula. So we have to draw the structural formula of ethane, but in this ethane, one hydrogen we have to replace by the CHO group. And the CHO group is nothing but what? It is a functional group of aldehyde. Now see the answer. If one hydrogen atom of ethane is replaced by CHO, that is aldehyde group, the compound formed is propanal. Propanal. So see the structural formula. Here I have written the structural formula, but this again still split and continue. We can write it. So see here, we will write ethane first. Ethane means what? Eth. Here, eth means 2 carbon, and this ane means it is single bond. Remember, this is single bond. So I hope you are understanding. Eth means 2 carbon and ane means single bond. So if I take this 2 carbon here with the single bond, remaining all the valencies we have to balance with the hydrogen. See, this is called as ethane. Now, according to question, any one hydrogen from this ethane we have to replace by CHO group. If I replace with CHO, see here, H, H, H. These I'll keep as it is. For second carbon, both top and bottom H I'll keep as it is. And for another, this hydrogen, you can see here, I am marking with the blue color. For this, I'll write CHO. Now, if you see this compound, how many carbons we have? 1, 2, and 3. So it is nothing but what? It is prop. Prop. All the carbons having single bond. Therefore, it is ane, propane. But if you see this group, it is a aldehyde group. And what is aldehyde? Aldehyde group is denoted by Al, that is al. Therefore, in this propane, this E is replaced by A and L, and this is called as propanal. Remember. So the structural formula of this propanal is this one, or you can write this one. Both are correct. So this is the answer for question number 17. Now we'll move to the next. Now the next is question number 18. Aluminium articles do not corrode easily like iron article. Justify. So here you can see what do you mean by corrode. Corrode is nothing but the process called as corrosion. Corrosion is nothing but a destruction of metal. It may be iron, it may be aluminum, it may be any metal. So destruction of metal due to the reaction with air or moisture, etc. That is called as corrosion. So if you compare this property of corrosion with aluminum and iron, aluminum article do not corrode easily if you compare with the iron. Just this sentence we have to justify it clearly. Sorry. So see the answer. When aluminum is exposed to air, it reacts with oxygen and forms a thin, hard, protective layer of aluminum oxide, that is Al2O3, on its surface. Here, very simple. If this is aluminum metal, imagine if this is a aluminum metal or a piece of a metal which consists of aluminum atoms like this, then when these atoms comes in contact with the air like oxygen, then this aluminum and oxygen combine and it forms aluminum oxide, that is Al2O3. And this aluminum oxide, this will form a thin and hard layer on this aluminum. See here, this is the blue color. So this like this thin and hard aluminum oxide layer it will form. This aluminum oxide will not fall down, it will remain attached to this aluminum metal. And because of this, what happens? The aluminum which is present inside, that will not come in contact with the air directly, because there will be aluminum oxide layer in between aluminum and air. So this aluminum oxide will prevent the contact of pure aluminum with the air, and therefore further corrosion process, oxidation process stops, and therefore the aluminum article do not corrode easily. But if you see iron, imagine here, this is the piece of iron. Imagine these all are iron atoms. I'll write it here Fe. And when these iron atoms comes in contact with the oxygen, iron and Fe combines and it forms iron oxide, that is Fe2O3. But this Fe2O3 which has been formed, it will not remain attached to this. It will fall down. The powder will fall down. It will not remain attached to this article, that is iron article. It will fall down. So what is this? It is nothing but Fe2O3. And due to this, the next iron atoms all will come in contact with the oxygen, and therefore corrosion process in case of iron increases. See here, increases. So this iron oxide will not remain attached to this article. And this is the reason why aluminum will rust slowly, corrode slowly, but iron corrode very fast. So see the answer. This oxide layer is non-porous. Non-porous means it is completely packed. See here, aluminum oxide is completely covering this iron aluminum article. So it is non-porous. It will not allow any oxygen to enter. Sticky firmly to the surface. So it will remain stick to the surface. It will not fall down like this iron oxide. Prevent further reaction of aluminum with the air and moisture. Because it is remain attached to this article of aluminum, the next air will not enter inside this aluminum. It will remain as a protective covering on this aluminum. Next. So corrosion stops after the formation of thin layer of aluminum oxide. And this is the explanation of question number 18. I hope these all the answers which I have explained for these all the questions will help you to prepare your final exam. Here we complete 1 marks question from part B chemistry. After this we are going to start with 2 marks question in the next video. If you like my video, please share my videos with your friends, and if you are getting little bit also help from these all the videos, please consider subscribing my channel. Thank you so much.